So if you're one of the many people that played Battlefront Beta, which is, 9 million people, you may have mixed feelings about it, so I kind of want to share my thoughts about it, because I'm going to be playing it a lot alongside Destiny, and it's just one of the things that I kind of want to do in this channel. Now, people have been talking about the beta saying it doesn't have a lot of variety. I heard some people talk about and say on, this internet. It's a beta. It's not fully done. Close. It's just not. It doesn't have everything incorporated. There's only 5 levels and 4 primary guns. So, I mean, that does limit the variety, sometimes, but it's still a beta. There's also the intense question of whether you want it to be a Battlefront 2 or a Battlefield. I personally believe that it is right where I kind of want it to be. I personally think Battlefield is my favorite shooter in like that genre. So I'm completely happy on where it is. I love Battlefront. I mean, that was 10 years ago the last one came out. I still play it to this day, not gonna lie. But I do think that this new Battlefront is going to be not as fun as Battlefront 2 because there are some things missing, but it's definitely going to be very fun. They're focusing on a lot of multiplayer, and Battlefront 2 was mostly relying on single player. So this Battlefront is focusing a lot on multiplayer, and that's where the whole Battlefield aspect comes into it. Some people were saying they didn't like or they weren't getting used to the lasers, well, the laser rifles. I thought adjusting to it was very simple. It's just pretty much a really fast shooting sniper that doesn't do a lot of damage. There is no bullet drop, which can be a positive or a negative thing. The whole regenerating system where everything is infinite makes sense. It's Star Wars. I do enjoy the reload timer. Well, you have to hit it exactly at the right time. That's good because, one, if you're good at it, you're going to keep shooting for a while. And it can be very frustrating, but it's understandable. You missed it. It's not anyone's fault but your own. For a beta, I thought it was very stable. There wasn't a lot of glitches. It's not like past EA betas, which was, oh man, I'm not going to talk about those. I thought the whole Walker Assault was just a great thing. Although everyone did know that the Empire would always win and the Rebels would always lose. Unless you realize that if you got an orbital strike, you can almost take out an AT in one go. The odds are you finding one is very slim, and that leads me on to the whole finding a token, finding whatever they're called, a power-up, and going on. It can lead to some bad things, like having your Jedi go around and will do nothing and just run up against a wall. That happens. Can happen, will happen. It's unavoidable. You're going to have someone that's going to get the Jedi, and they are not going to be able to do anything with them. Then again, this whole power-up system's great because if you know where all the things spawn, you want an AT-AT at the last part where it's just open field and pretty much just a massacre. You know where it is. You're going to go get it, and you're going to get 40 kills. Kind of like this one right here. I want another type of ranking. That'd be nice. But it's Battlefront. It's EA. They're going to keep doing this whole thing. So at least maybe they should make the symbols for the ranks better. That'd be helpful. Maybe the reason I loved Battlefront so much is because I thought it was really easy. For a long time, me and my friends were thinking that we were facing bots at some point because there's some people that feel that never really played an FPS or any shooter and they joined that beta. It just didn't feel like I was going up against people. For every 10 games I'd play, there was probably one person out of the entire time that was actually someone that I would actually call, that person's actually good at this game. There's only been like 2 or 3 people the entire time out of the 10 hours I played in the beta. Here's a question to you guys. Do you think Battlefront beta was a good thing? Do you think Battlefront would be a good game? I personally think that it will be an amazing game, and I will always play it because this was a beta, and this is probably the first beta that I kept playing even though there was no reason to play. It's been a long time since I cared about my KD ratio, and I guess KDs have kind of slowly receded into the shadows, but this is why I don't like it. I don't like how I care about my KD, but I somewhat did. It was 2.5. I'm going to throw it out there. I had to get it off my chest. I'm sorry. And that just shows how good this game is going to be because I could play that one map. I could play Hoth on Walker Assault for hours. Just keep playing it over and over again. It never got old. I don't know why. It's one of the first games to really do that for me. I'm not saying it's the first game that I played hours on end and doing the same map over and over again. No, it's the first game that I played hours on end, playing the same map for no reason. I'm getting nothing. There's no progression. I mean, I guess you could say that the numbers at the end, that was progression, but it wasn't giving me anything. That's kind of the one things that I like about video games is that you could see yourself progress. You're getting to that next level, you're getting that new gun, you're getting that new card, you're getting that new whatever it may be. There also is customization for your Stormtrooper or Rebel. I have no idea what that's going to be like. There's some pretty interesting things, but I do know that you cannot make a hot pink Stormtrooper. That is a fact. But other than that, I wonder what it could be. This has been a really random video. If you guys stuck through it, hope it didn't waste your time. Just wanted to say that Battlefront is definitely a game that you should probably think of buying if you are on the edge, if you are on the fence of whether or not you should or shouldn't. I'm going to cast your vote and say that you probably should. It's fun. If you had fun in the beta, then I don't even know why you're even questioning it. But if you had a little trouble in the beta, if you played with no friends, that kind of does play into the fact that if you have someone to play with and enjoy the moments and say, holy shit, did you just see what I just did? Because there are some really funny GIFs going around the internet on Battlefront. And if you're the only one experiencing that stuff, it's not that fun. I'm not saying that you should have friends and you should go out and get one because you need them to play it. Absolutely not. You can play this game solo, which I would do. And I would just keep playing. I don't know why. That's all I can say is that Battlefront, for me, was very fun. And I also been waiting for it. I'm also very biased towards it because that was like the game of my childhood. So, yeah. I'm biased. Favoritism. What are you going to do?